Hey everyone, I know it's been a while since I've recorded. I've been a little busy with stay-at-home mom things, between the boys getting sick, one of them getting injured, Halloween, and upcoming Thanksgiving, and then getting sick again, and yeah, joys of being a stay-at-home mom. Um, okay, so again, these are my pages outside of here. You guys are always free to message me and chat and everything else. Um, at this time, I just wanted to let you guys know I've been hit up by dozens of graphic artists, and while I appreciate the offer for graphic art to be done for my pages, it right now just is not the best time. Um, so I don't want anyone to get their hopes up or anything like that. I'm just not looking for it right now. I'm so busy with mom life and everything else that I'm good with the way things are for right now. And when I'm ready to move forward and move on with things, I will for surely do that. On to other things aside from that. I have extended things and I've been at work. I just forgot to record a lot of it. So I'm gonna get myself in here and get to sleep, and I will show you guys everything that I've done so far. Um, which is actually quite a lot, considering a lot of my build is made with concrete. So you'll have to take that into consideration because that's a lot of resource gathering and everything else. In fact, I'm actually out of concrete right now for this. Um, this is all mostly stuff for my gardens that are going to be set up over here on this side. My vegetable garden, and then also my bee farm, and a whole bunch of other things that's going to be going in here. And as you can hear, the cows were moved in. But yeah, I ran out of concrete, so I can't finish this up. Augustus came over and helped me tear apart some of this mountain to push it back some more so I could get more room inside here, because I ran out of room to put that in here, and yeah, I have other things that I wanted inside that I couldn't get inside. So, I'm gonna take this with stride here because, yeah. But, as you see, a lot's been done in here, too. Right here is, now, mind you, it's my storage unit, but Augustus said that everything in, like, this row is gonna be the same thing. This row is gonna be the same thing. But just in case anyone comes over to borrow anything, I think I'm just gonna keep the item frames up. Just so that there's no confusion on anything. But yeah, so this is kind of the gist of what's going to go on. He's going to be able to break in through here and get everything set up. It will look a little bit different because he's going to be using, instead of using all hoppers, he's going to be using water and ice. Tubes, kind of like plumbing, I guess you could say, is what we decided to call it. To extend things through and kind of move them through the system. That way we're not using a lot. Plus, you also have the ups and downs and everything else that you have to work with. So, yeah, Augustus will be coming over and doing that at some point. But this is pretty much what this whole side is going to look like going down. This is going to be my storage side. This side right here did not get finished because the wall that was here prior to actually started right here. So this is all a new addition. So I stopped this setup right here. I haven't added on to it quite yet, but this is sort of the general what the inside looks like. He said that what we'll do is like one side inside we'll use for things to come up and go through the system, work their way around, go around, and then come back down and go to the next side. He even considered maybe having the tubes kind of show through up here to kind of help me bring a different, unique look. I mean, because I've got all this glass here with this farms and everything, so it'd be kind of like, you know, bringing the two things together in a sense. So yeah, we're gonna try that. I did get all the chickens in. I even had to quickly grab another shulker box because the chickens are already producing so much that it was a little overabundant. So they were producing way too many. Augustus helped me get all the cows in place here, and even made some cows just because he felt like it. But yeah, so all the cows are in place. They're ready to go for farming. And it's not an automatic farm, but it's something. So we've got, yeah, that going. And again, the wall used to be right here. So this was the last farm. I had no room for my super smelter or anything else yet. So we wanted to kind of get everything brought over here so I could have a place to sleep that's closer to where I'm working on things. So I've been working on this. I got that whole exterior, you know, setup done except for the copper. Still waiting on copper to age. And then I ran out of the slabs for the floor. So I've been working on getting wood, but with the wood I just paused because I realized I had done so much. I hadn't recorded anything. And I knew I needed to get on here and record. Also, if you notice from my last video to this video, this color looks a little bit different. Why? Well, that's because I tried to put in a glaze or a terracotta with cyan color. And cyan terracotta looks gray. It does not look like cyan concrete. So I had it sitting around and I was like, well, I don't know. And I went back to my color scheme and I, you know, had my gray and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take my normal gray concrete and go around it with that. Because I'd rather just stick with my color pattern. And I'll just use those blocks elsewhere. So yeah, that'll be a future thing. And then, again, I don't have the copper all finished here because I'm waiting. I've got it all down there that I've been aging while I've been working on getting this all filled in. And I still have more copper back at the house again from us tearing this down. Still got a ways to go, but we at least made a nice large dent in it. And then I know that divot, or that hole right there, I'm going to have to figure out something because this is going to go right over it. So either I go right over it and just light up underneath it and hope nothing spawns, or I fill it in. Either way, Augustus and I have been doing a lot of filling in. I had a couple large holes here that we went around and filled in, but I mean, this wouldn't be too bad to fill in, I guess, so we might just do that, because I want to try and have it go as far back as possible, and I'm thinking this might be, well, I want to fall off here. I might be able to go even further than this, so we'll see. But I'd like to have it kind of belly up to the back side as close as possible. And that way, the back area, I can kind of have a nice visual area. But, yeah, and that's just getting the structure done. That's not even the design part of the base. I've got a lot that is going to go into that. That's actually going to take probably days to fine-tune. I'll probably be changing things for over a week after I even say, oh yeah, this is my complete thing. You'll hear me probably sit back and say, oh, well, I changed this. Just because I'm a little finicky when it comes to details, and some things I can let go, some things I can't, so, yeah. Well, let's take it from there and go, but, and then see what happens. And I've got my shulkers lined up here for the next bereavement of, or whatever you want to call it, of chopping things down. This was part of a massive crater that was in the mountain that we got all closed up already, and then right here we've got the flush wall. And mind you, one thing that even Augustus forgets, this hill is also coming down. So I'm gonna have a lot of resources, a lot of things left over, and everything else. And I'm sorry if this is really glitchy. I've been trying to use my computer for a lot of things, but I've just been so busy lately that I disconnected it from everything, and I've just been on my PlayStation. So I've got a lot of, the things that are just on my PlayStation. So, but that whole mountain's going to be getting brought down to about the same level, and then I'm going to be making my pyramid over there. Thought about having like some sort of a boat docking kind of thing over here, because I don't know, it just kind of looks neat. But yeah, I'm gonna also show you guys up here, since my last live stream, Augustus got, and I missed it, so I'm just gonna land over here. He got this set up right there, and apparently he left my farm going up here. I did not know that. But that purple spot is for when I want to come over here, and I also want those resources from the mob spawner at the same time. Why did that not kick off? Hold on, baby. Mama's trying to figure out what happened here. Hey, no. Don't mind the kids. They're actually home from school today. They may sound like they're okay, but they're not. They were up almost 3/4 of the night last night. Coughing and everything else, so they've got themselves a little bug. And they were missed school yesterday because of the same reason, but I prefer to protect them more than anything, so they're gonna get better before they go back to school again. Alright, shove that up in there. Okay, but right here is the in-between spot. Augustus set up so I could farm my mob farm and that at the same exact time if I want to. Yeah, I could have made this, but Augustus uses the armor stands, and he's got something that he does with it. I don't know exactly what it is. But he uses the armor stands and is able to tell where there's, spawnable areas and everything else. So he's got this all nice and set up in here where you just kind of climb in here, crouch down, and call it a day. But I am not going to stay here because I don't want my mob spawner going crazy. But I do, and I missed it. Okay, it's not on, which is good. I wanted to make sure that it didn't get left on. But yeah. So he got that all set up for me to help me out with collecting things and everything. And that was in part of my timeout period where I wasn't playing Minecraft at all because we had so much going on that I had no time. But yeah, here's my dark oak trees, and then I've also been spending a lot of time in here. This is black concrete powder, and this is black concrete. Go get a drink, sweetheart. These I'm actually giving to Augustus because I was supposed to make gray and I made black. Yeah, I know, it's a smart move. But it happens. Mistakes were made. But yeah, so I've been pretty busy doing things. It just doesn't seem like I've done a lot, but I have. It's just all in time. Everything's got its own parameters and how long everything takes, and from farming resources to creating things to everything else. Why did I go in there? I need to be going this way. But yeah. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to give everyone kind of a catch-up little video here, because I'm gonna try and go live streaming again sometime soon. Probably over the weekend. But until then, I wanted to kind of show what's been being done. For the most part, it's been mostly that stuff over there. But all of it is like a multi-step process, so one thing at a time. But yeah, I'm gonna probably, and I think I just put my blocks for that in the chest down there. Okay, as you can tell, it's been a day for me already, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys on that note, because I've got a lot more work to do and got trees to cut down and everything else before I can go on my live stream this weekend. And I've got 2 kids who are not laying in bed resting so they can get better like they're supposed to. So, on that note, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.